The history of Sri Lanka dates back to 2,500 years. We as Sri Lankans show pride in our great history, mainly when we speak of the Anuradhapura, Polonnaru and Kandy eras. However, not much is spoken of the prehistoric times that laid the very foundation for those civilizations to build a great society. On the trail of unearthing more clues on our history, the Newsfirst team visited another location believed to be an important stop in the course of Sri Lankan history. Newsfirst Zulfiq Farzan reports.
2 weeks ago, we brought to you the details of a journey to unearth more information on our prehistoric ancestor, the Balangoda man, who lived over 40,000 years ago. Our first stop then was the Rasagala mountain in Balangoda. Newsfirst set off yet again to the Central Hills with the objective of learning more and resolving hidden mysteries of history. Newsfirst arrived in Balangoda and then went on to reach its destination Ilukkumura after passing through the Kongastanna in Valigepola. The roads less travelled proved the journey to be more difficult when we reached a point where we could only arrive at our destination by setting off on foot. The desire for the taste of adventure and mystery was not as easy as expected. We came across numerous natural obstacles on our journey downwards of this steep hill on the mountain. According to the extensive research carried out by Professor Raj Somadeva, the Balangoda man who lived in the Horton Plains had moved from the Balangoda hills to the plains below with the start of the various changes that took place in the environment. After a treacherous journey on the slopes of the mountain, we reached the site of the archaeological excavation, where the archaeologists have set up camp after excavations in Haldumulla, Kuragala and Rasagala. Several weeks ago, Newsfirst commenced a journey in search of more evidence for our prehistoric ancestors. We started our journey from Balangoda, Rasagala at 3 AM in the morning, and today we are here to inspect another cave here in the outskirts of Balangoda. So we have to reach this cave after climbing this ladder right to the top. Let's see what's in store for us at the cave. This cave, known as Lunugalge, is located 550 meters above sea level and 17.5 meters in length and 6 meters in height. Even at our time of arrival to the cave, the team of archaeologists headed by Professor Raj Somadeva were carefully conducting their excavation at the site. Although the cave had been vandalized by treasure hunters, one part had been left untouched, and this was something that the team of archaeologists were pleased about.
When we were carrying out excavations in Rasagala, what we noticed was that the prehistoric man that lived there had made stone tools. However, we did not come across any evidence on what they consumed for food. The decision that we reached was that Rasagala may have been a way station for the prehistoric man. The reason why we decided to excavate Lunugalge was to understand on how the prehistoric man adapted to the changes in this zone when they moved from the hunter to the farmer, mainly during the period between the transition.
The objective of the archaeologists was to excavate an area to the depth between 50 centimeters to 150 centimeters in the cave floor. Moments after we commenced recording footage at the site of the excavation, the archaeologists unearthed an amazing discovery less than 50 centimeters deep into the cave floor. What they unearthed was a stone tool used to make fire by the prehistoric man, which can be termed as an extraordinary find.
When we came here for the excavation, treasure hunters had dug the ground here and moved all the soil to this side. That level of the ground indicated the settlement of persons who hunted animals to survive. However, during the excavation, we noticed that there were less remains of hunted animals. We mainly came across the remains of grains during the excavations.
In order to focus your attention towards a very important fact, we at Newsfirst risked our very own lives. Details of this journey tomorrow on Newsfirst.